Hey, good morning, or afternoon, or evening, depending on your vantage point. Good to have you here on our YouTube live broadcast, finishing up a 2-hour live stream, which has gone all around the YouTube and other universe, which includes TikTok, and that evidently is going to become an American-owned company very soon. We're getting the final details of that deal worked out later today, I guess. President signed an executive order or something that's supposed to put that through and continue the sale of TikTok to an American company. Right now, it's Johnny and Steph. We'll talk more after that.
3 days in the 80s coming up over the weekend, and on into next week. So it's still ice cream time as far as I'm concerned.
Well, it's always ice cream time.
And I was just reading over at Genesee Township here in Kersley Cone. We've talked about them on the air before.
Yes.
People have suggested that we go there because they've got such cool stuff. But they have a challenge going on. The Extreme Sunday Challenge, but it ends like next week. I think it ends at the end of September.
Okay.
So you only have a few more days to take advantage of this. I guess it can be free if you get it done. Here's what it is. It's a 6.5-pound sundae.
6.5 pounds?
Yeah. It weighs 6.5 pounds, and it has people salivating for it, believe it or
Remember
not.
when we were talking about this the other day?
8 scoops of ice cream. Chocolate, vanilla, strawberry, 4 different candies. Snickers, M&M's, Kit Kat, and Reese's, 3 sauces on top of that, whipped cream on top of that, cookies, peanut butter wafers, a cherry on top crowned with an ice cream cone. And the rules are simple. You got to finish it in under 30 minutes to claim victory in the challenge. Doesn't even say it's free at that point. It's $25, which isn't, considering what you're getting, is not a...
No, it's not bad.
Not these days, anyway, at Kersley Cone. There is one Michigan YouTuber. He goes by the name Jawsome Eats, and he is a Michigan YouTuber. He conquered it in 29 minutes and 44 seconds with 16 seconds to spare.
Ugh.
And he had to,
How much time did he spend yakking it back up?
I think he's in the restroom. Still, today, I think he's in the restroom.
Oh, my goodness.
I don't know, but yeah, you guys can do it. He just beat the clock, but he's the only one who's pulled it off so far. Contestants who succeed, it says right here, get a free T-shirt. And their name and photo go up on the ice cream shop's board for all to see, but you're still paying the $25.
The wall of shame, yes.
Exactly. It's a fun thing for the community to have. Kersley Cone owner Matt Stimack said, I'm reading the article online, big YouTube eaters have contacted him about it, and it's a way to bring something unique to the area. So apparently other people have tried it, but the only one, there's just Jawsome Eats, that Michigan YouTuber who did pull it off.
Do you think you have to sign some kind of a disclaimer?
I would think so. Can you imagine the ice cream headache you're going to get from that?
No, I'm thinking of the gastrointestinal upset that I might suffer.
Last year, he introduced over at that Kersley Cone the Flamin' Hot Cheetos ice cream cone, if you remember.
I do remember that. They're famous for kooky stuff like this, aren't they?
They've got a great attitude over there. I love people who do these kinds of things.
I do too.
It's a great idea. All right, so
Still gives me a stomach ache, but
if you do it and you conquer it, call us. It's 808.
The Foxhole Morning Show. Johnny Burke and Steph on the way.
All right, we still have up for grabs here Carriage Top Bakery gift certificate for Blue Line Donuts, and we're going to give it away at some point this hour on the Fox.
this hour is the service of Genesee County Parks. Mud, Hills, Thrills. The Mounds ORV Park is your off-road playground from sunrise to sunset. Bring your ride and kick up some dirt. For more information, visit GeneseeCountyParks.org.
Detroit Lions football.
All right. News is done. We don't have to worry about that, but we do have a traffic update to give you. I want to get to that. And then, let's see. Yeah, we still have. Oh, yeah, we still have it. It's still there. Okay. Two. All right. See here. Who all is with us? Who have joined us? Boss Lady is back from Alabama with, I guess, Olaf by her side. Pathfinder Slyman is here. Good morning to New Hampshire. Rob Suka back with us from Finland. Also, we have with us Linda again from the township. The Cake Queen. Chris reporting live from New Mexico. Sheila back with the sunshine. And we also have Ohio Kim. Charlie is here with us also. Good morning, Charlie. And also, I think we also had, yep, Dale is there from Arizona. So good morning to all you guys. Still looking for... hold on. No response from Thelma. It's raining in New Hampshire. We could use, actually, some rain. We had just a touch of it yesterday, just enough to shorten Psycho Dog's walk. He's not a big fan of walking in the rain, and even after he got back, he was still wet. That is really not in the forecast now. Once the forecast is calling for fog, and then once that's gone, we're looking at just cloudy skies and eventually sunshine and the continuation for some parts of Michigan of what's been drought conditions. We could use a little bit of rain here now, and farmers particularly would like it, and they're not getting it. I think he was crying to me in the car. He's got a real annoying kind of a whine. It's a cross between a whine and a cackle. I call it a whackle that he speaks to me in. And you really have to have a lot of patience to be able to absorb it and listen to it on a daily basis as I do. I'm trying to get my friends from Spirit Dog Training Academy to tell me if that's the whining of a dog that is under some stress, because they have said to me in the past, and I think this is true, that sometimes dogs will whine when they get really, really excited about something that they know is going to be good that's going to happen. They're very big on anticipating situations. And if you give them the same situation every day, when they get close to that situation materializing, whether it be like going to a dog park or some other thing that really makes them happy, they'll start to whine just out of happy anticipation. And they were telling, last time that I brought this up to them about him whining sometimes, they thought that that might be the issue. But that doesn't sound like that to me. So I sent them that video yesterday, and I'm going to see if they answer me based on what their take is, having seen that video, what they think it is. And because it really doesn't sound like a dog who's all happy about doing what they're doing. Even though everything else suggests that he is. He loves to go to the mall. He loves to get the treats. He loves to have the bathroom break, obviously. And he loves to do the walking, because we do a full mile, and he's fine with doing that. He's great with doing that. There was one time, because he had that issue with his leg after he had had the toenail clipping that might have gone a little bit too short, that had him limping. I thought maybe he was going to want to cut the walk short, but no, he was the one who wanted to keep going. So, all right, fine. Great. We'll do it. Let's see.
We provide shelter for men, women, and children in need. Our goal while staying with us is doing something sweet for them with Blue Line Donuts. How to make dough while earning it. Building their spirit through the Holy Spirit. Teaching baking skills and customer service skills for future employees.
Didn't know things. Dogs, I guess, are very good at anticipating when they've come across a situation that really makes them euphoric. And they get real excited about getting back to that situation again when they can feel it kind of happening for them. But this didn't sound to me like that. He always wants to get on my lap, and that's the only thing that troubles me, because I got to stop him from constantly doing that. I always put my hand on my lap to cover when his paw goes for that, because he wants to get on my lap and then look out in front of me. He'll stick his head right in front of my face while I'm driving if I let him. So we're trying to definitely discourage him ever doing that. I've got 2 points that we're looking at in Grand Blanc Township for crashes that are in the cleanup stages. One of them is Fenton Road at Maple Avenue, and the other one is going to be on Reed Road west of Dordt Highway. Also, we haven't had one of these in a while. We've got a loose ladder out there. This is going to be a middle lane of, southbound 475 at Grand Traverse Street in Flint. Aluminum ladder in the middle lane, and that's what we're looking at just before mile marker 5. Also got a large piece of tire in the middle of US 23. This is right before mile marker 86, Torrey Road in Mundy Township. Other problems we're looking at right now, we've got a disabled vehicle along the 3000 block of Ballinger Highway in Flint Township, and a new crash and a new slow-go spot on northbound 23 at Hill Road in Mundy Township. For updated vehicle city traffic info, check it out at classicfox.com/traffic, and if you spot a problem, let us know at 810-230-WRSR. That's 810-230-9777 to be a traffic tipster on 103.9 The Fox.
Now, do we have any connections for tickets to Lions Caves? I want to go so bad this year. They're the top priced ticket out there these days. And according to a recent survey, 65% of us agree that we will spend money on football this season. 65%. Top expenses including food, alcohol, merchandise, streaming, tickets, travel. A survey by Lending Tree is the one that revealed this.
I got ya.
But yeah, 65% of us will go into debt this year spending money on football, whether it be at home or at the game itself. Over half of those may go into debt. They say they may go into debt, with 26% saying they definitely will be in debt after the season, and 25% saying they might be in debt after the season. Millennials and Gen Z the most likely to finance football spending. Yeah.
Of course, because money is no object.
Yeah, because they don't have any other expenses.
Right, I know. They're still living in your basement.
And of course, men are more likely than women to incur the debt, and they all hide it from their wives too. Just so you know. 2/3 of Americans say they're going to spend money on the nation's favorite game this year.
I thought that was a little high.
You think?
I think.
In Michigan, I don't think so. Everywhere you go, people are wearing Lions stuff.
Oh, I know.
And right off the bat, that's $25 for a
Sure,
T-shirt.
you're right.
So there you go. Everywhere I'm looking, people are wearing Lions stuff everywhere. I was working out yesterday. I worked at Health Markets. We were getting you ready for this stupid, weird
Open
insurance.
enrollment, yeah.
We call it insurance season now. Then you got tax season right after. You got the two things you got to do. You have to do at this time of the year. The first one is insurance. And so anyway, I was at Health Markets yesterday, and John, one of our regulars, showed up, and he had his Lions jersey.
Did he?
Everybody's wearing Lions
Yeah.
stuff. So right off the bat, I bought about 5 shirts this year already.
Already?
Yeah.
I'm still wearing last year's.
So,
They've got to impress me a little bit more before I go out and buy new shirts.
all right. And in honor of Hal's traffic report one more time.
Ladders, we get ladders. Ladders, ladders.
Sparing no expense in our production department, put that one in. All right.
What is it about ladders in Genesee County, though?
It's just, Hal and I have talked about this. We've worked all over the country for 50 years in radio.
Yeah.
And never come across this until we came here to Genesee County.
Unique to us.
It is.
How cool.
Billy Idol now, 103.9 The Fox.
It's true. It's true. Never before, anywhere in the country, stretching from, well, he lived as far west as Vegas, and I lived as far east as Maine, have we ever run into this trouble with loose ladders on the road that fall from trucks or off of vans and end up in the road for people to have to dodge, or they'll wreck their car. It's crazy. Crazy. Another never have you ever, Sheila. You've never ever lost a ladder, or you've never ever had to duck one? I mean, I'll say this. I almost had to duck one. Both. I told the story, and Sheila, you probably are already aware of this because I've told this story several times, but after all the reporting that we have done over the course of 2 stations on the air, well, really, I've done it on more than 2 because I used to do it up in Saginaw on several other stations. But the fact that these ladders have suddenly become an issue, and then on the way home from Grand Blanc, after getting the first of my COVID vaccinations, I was on the way home on a very windy March morning on 75. And as I'm driving on 75 in the right lane, I've got a pickup truck that is passing me. It's a very windy day. Again, it's March, so that is not unusual. Driving back up northbound 75, and as a passing pickup truck with a ladder in its bed in the back. All of a sudden, a big gust of wind comes up, and it kicks that ladder right out, lifts it right out of the bed of the truck and over toward me and my windshield. And in a split second, was going through my mind. The ladder gods are coming after me for making fun of all of this and this ladder traffic that we have to dodge in our area. Well, fortunately, that ladder had been tethered down by a chain. The guy had the foresight to make sure that if it ever did leave his presence in that truck, he was going to be able to at least secure it and make sure he can get it back. So it ends up being jerked back down as it's heading toward my windshield. It gets back jerked down onto the roadway, and he sees it going, so he has to pull over into my lane on the right lane and stay ahead of me as he's dragging this ladder just ahead of me. And I have to slow down, obviously, because he's going to move over to the side of the road and have to fasten that ladder to his truck. But I thought, this is it. It's all over. I'm going to have a ladder crashing through my windshield and become one of the very victims of the people that we're talking about in the air on a regular basis. It's nuts. So I don't really ever make too much fun of those things anymore. Yep, still out there. Johnny is still here.
103.9 The Fox. Hello out there.
Hey, Johnny, it's Laura. How are you?
All right, Laura, what's up?
Well, I'm thinking if you're going to have that ice cream cone at Kersley Corner this Sunday, you just head up to Tony's afterwards and have the BLT with a pound of bacon.
Yes. You trying to kill me?
Yeah. To recap, for those who did not hear, and we have already discussed this, but it bears repeating because this has been ice cream weather, certainly around here, that there is this 6.5 pound sundae in Genesee Township here in our area that has become the challenge point for those who think they can eat it in a half an hour or less. 6.5 pound sundae. You do it, you get a t-shirt and your name up on a plaque in the building. A place called Kersley Cone. Ice cream truck going in the Flint area. If there is one, I'm not aware of where it might be. What other objects have we encountered? Oh, gee. The most famous, and we claim it even though it's really it was more in Detroit, was a human arm. We had a situation several years ago where, and this is many years ago, it's back at the other station we're talking about this, that somebody in Detroit had been involved in a horrible, gruesome crash on one of the freeways down there. And somehow hit, I don't know if he hit a pole or what the full detail of it was, but it ended up amputating this victim's arm who was involved in this crash. And whoever saw it first called into the dispatch of police before they called anybody that could actually do anything about it, like a first responder, whether it be an ambulance or fire department, whatever. They called it into the radio station, not ours, a different one, and it ended up making it to our information that there was a human arm lying in the middle of the road, just seconds removed from this gruesome crash. So we reported it, and we're very clear about the fact that it wasn't up near us, but if you're heading down toward the Detroit area, which a lot of people that we have in this area do, they commute south to Detroit every day. They're still crazy. I mean, the miles that they put in their cars when they do that, that they were going to run into that as a problem. So we claim that as one of our objects that we have encountered in our region on the road as something you might have to drive around. We've had plenty of dead deer unfortunately, a good number of dead dogs or other types of animals as well. We've had plenty of roadkill. They're talking about today being roadkill day. We've had a lot of that. A lot of that. But we've had flat screen TVs. We've had a wheelbarrow, a couple of wheelbarrows at least. We've had a couch. We've had really almost everything that would outfit your living room at one point or another, one piece of furniture or another. All of those have been reported over the years. But the thing that has been the most prevalent, the most often seen out there, and this is why we make so much fun of it, have been these ladders. Predominantly because there's so many of them out there, a lot of people can't find work with companies, so they start their own. Whether they be heating and cooling companies, whether they be roofing companies, whether they be any other type of contractor you can think of. We got tons of them here. And they'll drive vans, they'll drive pickup trucks, and they will have ladders, and I've seen a ton of them around here, just driving around myself. A ton of ladders around here that are attached to their vehicles, but maybe not attached as well as they should be. And then the vehicle happens to hit like I said, with my situation, a gust of wind, heavy gust of wind. That's enough to blow a ladder out of a truck, or some other kind of bump that they hit that maybe if they aren't fastened to the vehicle well enough, dislodges the ladder and ends up falling in the middle of the freeway. And people have to dodge it. And it's happened a ton. As we play Iron Man, right? So it's the stories have been legendary. We've had lawnmowers. We've had I do remember us having one time. It wasn't a freeway. It was one of the surface streets around the Flint area where we had. This is relatively recent, within the last couple of years. We had a riding mower that was missing a wheel. We did have a riding mower that was missing a wheel at one point. We've had a refrigerator. I mean, it's all been there. It's all been there. And of course, Sly Man said, I guess they just wanted to give a helping hand. In Detroit, yes, they did. They certainly did. It would have been a little bit unnerving to be the one who came across that, but what would possess you to then not call somebody other than a radio station and let them know that this is what you found in the road? Yes, I know that you meant helping hand. I'm aware of that, yes. It's 3:26 in the afternoon right now in Finland. Good percentage of that day's already over. Hopefully it's been a good Thursday over there for Ratsuka, and it's going to be a good day for you. Tomorrow, when we get back on here again, we're going to be going to our longer version of what we do on Fridays because of the Friday morning Primal Scream. A lot of people have negative energy that needs to be blown out, and that's a great way to do that. We also have our food fighting that we'll be doing. National Ladder Day. For all I know, there may be one. Today, as I said, is National Roadkill Day. And I mentioned maybe before you got here that we used to have a routine listener years ago in our other station again where he would call us, and I don't know where he was calling us from. I don't think he was local. He was originally from Texas. We called him Mississippi on the air. He was real big on cooking roadkill. He had lots and lots of recipes for effective cooking of and preparation of roadkill meals. So we kind of enjoyed talking to him. He no longer is with us, but it was fun to find out his stories when we did hear from him. We are also keeping a close eye on and a monitoring of our friend Hot Jim, who was supposed to go under the knife yesterday. He's supposed to have open heart surgery. He's got a blockage that was detected, and so they had to get him on the table to do that. So it was supposed to have happened yesterday, but it happens today instead. And I suppose I should do this. I'm going to find out if I can call that up again and show you one more time the cake that our cake queen produced for him. We didn't get a chance to present it to him on his birthday simply because, well, we had another birthday going on. We had American Dan's birthday from West Virginia that we were celebrating. And Hot Jim kind of got overlooked. And then here it is on his birthday. We find out this kind of crazy news that he had to go through open heart surgery. So let's take a look at that cake once again that was prepared for him. Cake Queen. Since, of course, Hot Jim was the leader of the robot army in Amazon's Phoenix office that he oversaw, he's switched to a different department now where apparently things are a little less chaotic. But this is the kind of thing that was invented for him. The robot cake. Isn't that cool? Isn't that cool? He has seen it, despite the fact that he has been pretty busily occupied with his health situation. He has seen it, loved it, wants a piece of it when he's done with his surgery. I don't know how fast they're going to allow him to eat solid food again, but he will be ready for that. Guys, thank you very much for your attendance and your attention. If you are leaving us now, and pretty much all of you are, because that's the end of our live stream today. Tomorrow morning, we'll be back on TikTok. It looks like TikTok's going to soon be an American-owned company based on what's going to happen later on today. So we'll know that's going to stay in our plans. Facebook and Twitch will follow, and then YouTube is when we'll finish tomorrow. Past 8:30, we'll be going on for our Friday morning Primal Scream and the other things that we do. So, Ohio Kim, you have yourself a great day as well. All of you, make it pleasant, peaceful, productive, and come back and see your friends, the Hal Raisers, here in the Hal Hole again tomorrow morning. Okay.